Okay, I wanted to make a new robot that had the radar screen from the Jupiter 2 working on its chest. Also wanted it to walk with moving arms and swinging body. And that's what we're seeing happening now. And has lit eyes. On the back, you have your battery door. In this case, I have 3 AA batteries. I made the box big enough where you could just put 2 in if you wanted. It's going to depend upon the motors that you use. The motor that I used for turning the radar effect really needed about 4.5 volts in order to get the speed that I wanted. So I went with a slower gear motor on the legs so everything could run on that slightly higher voltage. The first one I made is this guy standing over here. And he's multicolored because I basically was using up all of the scraps, any filament I had, just a little bit left on a roll, I'd print apart, and if I ran out mid-part, I'd just switch over. I didn't care, because it was when I was working out the files. But it also has a different head. In this case, I was going with a Cyclops kind of head, and I decided to go ahead and put my little robot driver guy in there. There's also a, as you're going to see in a second here, there's a flashing, strobing, multicolor LED light effect in there. And then, since this was the experimental and was working things out, I also thought I'd go ahead and try sound effects. So I put in a machine sound effect for when he's walking. I put in a walk-stop function in this one. And then when it stops walking, the upper eye goes in this thing, and you have a totally different sound as well. And do I need to adjust my camera? I think we might be okay. Again, you have the walking action, the turning body, the moving arms. Designed them where the heads would stay stationary forward as the body does the twist. So, there you have it. Basically, the walking mechanism is a little different than what we've done before. Again, we do have the ratchet wheels on the bottom, but you'll notice that the feet and the legs are one solid piece, and it's because the whole leg travels in a linear slide. All of the robots that have the wheels where the feet stay on the ground, regardless of where they're at, I call those shuffle bots, because they're basically just shuffling their legs back and forth. They're always in contact. But these are linear shuffle legs in that there's no linkages involved in keeping the feet flat to the surface as the leg tips forward and backward like most of the walking robots does. These literally move straight forward and backward in a linear slide. So it's a linear slide shuffle bot, I guess you might say, with moving body, moving arms, sound effects, and a working radar screen. I'll probably go ahead and add the sound effects to my final version that I'll be keeping, because I think it's kind of cool. But this was the experimental bed where I just tried out different things like the Cyclops head and the sound effects and all that kind of stuff. So I'll do another video on how to build it if you're interested, and if you're interested, I can also do a video on all of the vintage robots out in the RobotHut that have this linear slide shuffle action. There actually are quite a few of them. I have several dozen vintage robots out there that do that.